Hi, today we're adding more than one place value. So, getting right into it, we look at this equation right here. It is 345 plus 107. This is the number that we're going to start with, and I'm going to choose a happier color here. This is the number that we're going to start off with. So I'm going to start my number line off right with 345. And I see that it's counting by two things. If I look closely, I know that this is going to count by hundreds, and it's also counting by ones. There are no tens, so it's not going to count. My tens place is not going to change unless I have to regroup. So today I have two number lines here, and I'm just using two number lines until we get used to making the switch in what we're counting by. And you'll understand what I mean in a moment. 345, first we're going to look at the hundredths place. We are going to count 1/100. So I'm just going to make one line because I need one hop. So here it is. I'm going to show my plus 100. And I know that my hundredths place should change. Right now I have 3. I want to have 4. My tens place and ones place are going to be exactly the same. So I'm at 445, but that's not my answer because I also have to count by ones. I need to count 7. So this is what I meant by two number lines, because I'm counting two different things. Because I want to stop, I want to remember that I'm counting by something different. Right now we're going to use different number lines. So this is sort of my hundredths number line, and this one is sort of going to be my ones number line. So I'm going to start with 445 because that is where I left off after I added on 1/100, and I'm going to count 7 ones. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So we have plus 1, now I'm going to identify my ones place, which is this 5, and I know that's the digit that's going to change. So instead of 445, I'm going to have 446. Now I have 9. I know that I'm going to have 10 on my next one, so that's going to cause me to regroup. 4 hundredths, 5 tens, and 0 ones. And then again, I can begin to increase. So my answer is 452. Just to let you know, people do use one number line to do equations like this. I'm just using 2 just so we can remember to count by the two different things, so that we recognize that we're counting by hundredths and we're counting by ones. This equation here, 345 plus 170, even though it has the same digits as this, it is counting by two different things. It's counting by hundredths. That's the same. But at this time, it is counting by tens. I have 7 tens and I have 0 ones. So my answer is going to look a little bit different than 452. So I'm going to start off with 345. I'm going to add that 1/100 plus 100. And that should give me 445. And I'm going to start this number line where I left off with this one. 445 is what I'm starting with. And now I'm going to switch. I'm no longer going to count by hundreds. I'm going to count by tens, and I'm going to count 7 of them. So just checking my counting. So I have plus, and I'm not going to write 1 because I'm actually counting by tens. So plus 10, plus 20, plus 30, plus 40, and plus 70. And I know that the digit in the middle place is in the tens place. So I'm going to count by tens now. So 4, 5, 4, 4, 6, 4. And you can see already that my numbers look very different than they did up here. 4, 7, 4. I'm going to stop here because I am going to ask you to complete the last 3 numbers and actually tell me the answer to this one. So that is actually going to be one of your questions today for Edmodo. So let me pick up a nice different color here. Pick up this blue. Finish. For number 2. And then for this last one, I want you to finish and figure out how many hops you would need, what it's counting by. So what 2 places is this adding by? So that's question number 2. And you're going to tell me what the answer is. Okay, I hope you have a wonderful afternoon. Remember, we're adding, so your answer should be larger than what you started out with. You're increasing.